curious, as an entrepreneur, what is one motto that you live by day to day to get you through some of the difficulties?
You know what? That's a very good question. I do tend to remember the following. Like, so there is an idiom in French that says, petit à petit, l'oiseau fait son nid. So, pretty much means a little by little, the bird makes his nest, right? Or you can say, like, slow and steady wins
Wins
the
the
race,
race.
right? So, exactly. So, to me, you know what? I always remember that.
Mhm.
And I always remember how far I've come, right? And
Good for you, because a lot of people don't remember that. And, little victories are so important.
exactly.
And most entrepreneurs think that if I don't hit success, like
Mhm,
if it's not something big or monumental,
mhm.
it isn't like I'm not
Making progress.
exactly.
You're so right. No, you're
Yeah.
totally right. Exactly. So I really try to remember that I'm doing this as if I'm building a structure. Maybe I've laid down the foundation today. Things may slow down a little bit, but as long as I keep building on top of that and I see the progress, I think that that gives me the optimism and the encouragement to stay the course, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, and betting on myself.
So how do you shift your mindset though? Like if you run into a situation where you maybe, you've gone through an experience where it was a bit challenging or it didn't go the way you planned or you were a bit more upset about the outcome. How do you remain motivated
Yeah.
to
So
stay on
first of
task?
all, like that's like part of your life every day
Yes,
as an
it's
entrepreneur.
true.
Shouldn't I mean you know that's yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. So you know what? I think experience helps a lot. The fact that you had a lot of setback already in life, and but you didn't give up, so they
Mm.
helped you. I mean, you stayed the course, and you were able to see um, good results down the road to me. So that's what, like, knowing that that works, like the fact that you don't give up because of challenges already, to me, that's a big deal. Now, the second thing is that you have to, you know, you have to, like, you have to understand that this is really baked into the adventure. Right?
Right.
It's really baked into it because if there wasn't those kind of frictions,
Mm.
probably everybody will be doing it, and everybody will be successful at it, and then it wouldn't be that valuable at the
Exactly.
end of the day, right? So but to me, the man shift, like, the what keeps me going is that, you know what, I looked at my own life. I've been building my life and things, like, gradually I've been
Hmm.
making progress. So I look back at that, the formula already worked for me. So when I see a new challenge, I tend to find the opportunity within that challenge.
You see, I like that. You use the word opportunity. Everything's an opportunity
Yeah,
to learn, to grow, whatever.
exactly.
It's
Yeah,
it's not a setback, it's an opportunity.
correct. No, that's true. Because, if you work in corporate world, you would see that, there's sometimes tension with people.
Exactly.
You don't
Yeah.
like the culture. But the question is, where do you find the opportunity in that, right? And to me, that's very important. So there is always one opportunity, either to adjust, to adapt, to develop a thicker skin,
Hmm.
to be tougher,
Or even to move on.
or even to move on.
And learning
Exactly. You
when
got
to
it.
like quit is also part of the
It
challenge,
is. It
right?
is
And it's part of the
important.
journey. You need to
Yes.
know when to say something is no longer serving you.
Exactly. Yeah. So at some point, you have to decide. You know what?
Yeah.
Is it even worth it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Is this battle worth it, or is it a great signal for me to move on and go and do
Hmm.
something else?
Yeah. You've outgrown a situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in many cases, sometimes it means moving on. It means pivoting one way or another, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's right.
So, in those moments that you are challenged, what is one guilty pleasure that kind of gets you through? Is it like snacks, naps?
That's a really good question. You know what? I would say I'd try. It used to be snacks, because snacks are like,
Are you snacking all day?
yes, they're so good. They're such how do I put it? Like a comfort kind of,
Yeah, comfort food.
exactly,
You never
comfort
go
food.
wrong with comfort food.
It's difficult to go wrong, but over time as well, you quickly notice that, hey, you know what? This is also not the best thing for your health,
No,
right?
no.
So I yeah. So now I'm like, I'm trying to adjust a little more, and then take a break, give myself a break more, right? To me, I give myself a break now, right? Because then, that gives me, refresh,
Right.
calm
To
down,
readjust to a new
chill a
maybe
little
system
bit.
that works better.
Exactly, exactly. You know what? Sometimes it happened to me. I work like from 8 a.m. to like midnight
Wow, yes.
with very little break in between. Like it's not a very good habit, but sometimes I'm just into the momentum.
Right. Like once you're kind of in the zone, you don't want to, I
Exactly,
get that feeling. As soon as
exactly,
somebody disrupts it, I go like, oh my God, I just spent so much time trying to get focused.
exactly, right. But the good thing is the next day I sleep in maybe until 10,
Yeah,
11,
exactly.
or even 12. Because sometimes like knocked out completely.
Yes. Yes.
But I try to recuperate
Of course.
the
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
day.
The schedule of an entrepreneur is not consistent. I think there's misconceptions about how that looks, right?
I wish I could make it more consistent, so like my life
Don't
is
we
more
all?
predictable. But
Yeah.
I haven't figured that out
No,
yet.
I'm with you. I'm the same.
Yeah,
It'd be nice, but maybe that's the whole point, is that because you want to power through when you're actually feeling in the mood of doing and getting something done. And
exactly.
then, knowing that like you have that flexibility and you know when to adjust, and you have ownership over your day, which is amazing.
That's true. Ownership of
that,
your
that
day.
that I would say is one perk.
Actually, that's a big perk. That's the big perk. Yeah.
Ownership and autonomy.
Yeah. No, no, actually, that's great. That's really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I have to ask though, you didn't
Yeah.
tell us what your comfort food is.
Oh my goodness. Can I even count that? Let me see. No, you know what? I do like a lot of things that come from food. I like to eat some dates.
Oh, dates are good. That's not even that bad.
Yeah, I like date, but they're very sweet too.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
true. Okay,
afterwards,
you,
But cashews,
uh,
I can't stop eating cashews. That's
I've never heard of anyone having a cashews obsession.
really.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
not a
once I
cashews.
once I pick, especially salted cashew,
Okay,
I picked the first one. The
that's
challenge
it.
is when can
When to stop?
exactly when you stop.
That's hilarious.
That's so tough for me, to be honest with you. Yeah, and sometimes as well, you know what? I take a break a long time and just drive and go and buy some shawarma at shawarma stuff, and come back to my house. Yeah, no, really do that too. Yeah,
Yeah, some great shawarma spots in Barrie.
Yeah. There
Okay.
are some in Bayfield. Yeah,
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 amazing.
yeah.
So I have to ask,
Yeah.
while you're in entrepreneurship, to spill one royalty about something that you were not warned about when you began your business and you would have
Mhm.
liked to know.
There are multiple, but I'll just say
Yeah.
one. Honestly, that's sales, right? Like
Sales. Okay,
especially,
yeah, I'm with you on that one.
yeah, like living a life of engineer building, and then like having to wear multiple hats, but on
Mm-hmm.
top of that, doing some sales. To me, that's. I mean, I knew it would be challenging. I knew it would be
Mm.
like a lot of new learning for me, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, nobody told me about sometime the feeling you may have when somebody says no, or
Right.
when
Yeah.
some potential customer don't even seem to care about what you're talking about, right? Like then I feel like sometimes some people just take your call, per courtesy, but at the same
Yeah.
time,
Like they're listening, but
they,
then at the end,
ex-
they're just waiting to tell you no.
exactly. They can't wait to tell you no,
Yeah.
right? So that part, and but exactly, and also how you can actually turn the sales feedback into a lot of learning.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And not take it personal.
exactly, and I take it personally.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. So that's something, honestly, maybe on paper I kind of understood, but now in reality.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, anyway, like shifting into the sales mode, to me that was a big kind of wake up call on learning. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? I'm starting to enjoy it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. No,
You guys tell me
absolutely.
how to enjoy it.
You know what? Let me tell you.
What's the
Sometimes
trick?
here's what I tell myself. If I really present my solution and all of that, the person doesn't want it, or at least not the right time for them. You know what I tell myself? Too bad you don't know what you're missing.
Oh, that's how you do. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, like I'm like, too bad you don't know what
I
you're
like the
missing.
confidence.
Exactly.
It's all about the confidence.
That's what I tell myself. You know what? It's too bad for you. You just
You missed out on a great
exactly,
opportunity.
great
You
opportunity.
know how we
You
could have
want
helped you.
You want to get something better at the better price, right? So anyway, that's what I tell myself as well, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, but also, I kind of tell myself, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to improve the way I speak about my
Mm,
product, the way I present it.
right.
Am I making my point across, or maybe it's just not the right product? Like,
For
maybe
the
it's just not
people, yeah.
exactly for the people. Maybe just not the right fit, which will happen. But the good thing is, every time you have a win as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
It builds your confidence,
For
right?
sure.
And that's
To
what
get
I
knocked down again.
well,
Kidding.
no, you will be. It's
The
like a
win,
yo-yo.
the win, and then it's like the loss.
Exactly.
It just
No,
goes down a curve.
it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Some days you feel invincible, other days, yeah, it's not like a walk in the park. It's really tough other days, right? So,
Yeah.
but it's yeah. So that part, to be honest, I think sales is a different beast in general, and it's
Agreed.
always tough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an aspect, I think, regardless of um, your actual background experience,
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna build a company and lead it, you have to incorporate some sales skills.
For sure.
It's I think it's gonna be critical for your
Mm-hmm.
success.
I will say that it's kind of hard, even as you're, in sales or
Yeah.
trying to learn sales, to know exactly what the right change is to make your product or your service more appealing to people.
That's
All
true.
right.
That's
Because you
true.
could be doing the same thing and it works for someone else, but then you'll have maybe a list of losses for other people. So, and you don't know exactly, well, if I won here, maybe I'm doing the right thing. It's just not the right people. Or if I'm losing with 10 people, then maybe I do need to adjust the way that I pitch. Like it's really hard to know exactly when to pivot with sales sometimes. And that's my only like issue with it. It's kind of hard to always be able to read the room.
100%.
I
Actually, I feel
feel like
that's
I'm an
true.
expert in it, but still, no I'm kidding.
No. You're 100% right, because like some prospect, customer really very kind enough to tell you, hey, you know what, we like your product, but we will be more willing to use it if you had such and such feature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and sometimes the temptation is that, okay, am I gonna build it
Right.
for just one
Mm-hmm.
customer right
Is
now,
it worth
or
it?
is it worth
Yeah.
it? Sometimes it might be, but to me, at the end of the day, really depend on what's in your pipeline, right? If you don't have if you don't have much to lose, you know what? Why not build it? Maybe that's gonna be the new segment of customer that will take your product to the next level, right? Who
Mm-hmm.
knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing a little bit about your startup and Prodash. And of course, follow him on social media. And yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Sharon. Really, it was a pleasure.
All right.
Yeah.